Hi, and welcome to another edition of Lee's Thoughts. Today, a vendor has sent me another great product. It is and I'm a man, Father's Day. This is an Inkbird meat thermometer. This is a free product. This is a paid review. Let's get straight to it, shall we? Man, woman, doesn't really matter. If you're a meat barbecue aficionado, you're gonna love this product. I've had so many wireless thermometers. I won't name them by name. Most of them live up to the hype. This one definitely does. I've tested it. And the best part about this wireless thermometer is the distance you can get away from your barbecue grill and still check on your meat. I'm talking 500 feet Bluetooth technology. Really, really cool. Let's get straight to it, shall we? It's the Inkbird wireless meat thermometer. Father's Day is coming up, by the way. Wink, wink. What father wouldn't like this? So here's the packaging. Let's call out the packaging first. Beautiful packaging. Kind of a cool name, Inkbird. And look at that. That doesn't look like class. Look at that packaging. So you pull that out of the package. And there is the thermometer in there in its case, which, by the way, also charges it. That charges it also. And the case itself is also the repeater. So you stick this in the meat up to this line. If you see that line right there, you stick it all the way up to this line, and then this probe pairs with this repeater, or with this case. This case is what repeats it up to 500 feet away. Now, one thing that I have noted as compared to some of the other ones, you cannot stick just this to your barbecue grill, which may or may not be a good thing, a bad thing, depending on the situation, but you cannot magnetically stick this to your barbecue grill. It will wreck it. So you have to put this next to it, on a table next to it or something, within, I believe they say within 6 meters. So within 18 feet. Find a table within 18 feet and pair this up. What I have always found is this needs to be pretty close because of the metal involved and things like that. So you might have to have a table close to your barbecue grill, but who doesn't have a table next to their barbecue grill anyway for all this stuff? So this is your repeater. This is the gem. And look at that. I just think that is so cool looking. Classy for Father's Day. Anyway, so what else do we have? Let me put this back in here. I always try to put it in there upside down. I don't know why. Okay. In the box, you have, of course, your obligatory charging cord and instructions. I will tell you, I've got mine all installed. I installed it on an iPad rather than my phone for two reasons. It's very big and bright and bold, that for this recording. And also, I have a spare iPad. It's just big, bright, and bold. I don't have to have it on my telephone. And I can just have this sitting near the barbecue grill or wherever I'm at in my kitchen while I'm cooking other things, and I can tell where my steaks are at without having to get my reading glasses on or anything like that. I can just do that. But the instructions, very good. Super, super easy to install on your iPad, on your Android phone, whatever it is you want to do. So at this point in time, I'm going to unplug this. We are in a kind of a warm RV right this second, but so this probe is reading 86 degrees is what that's telling you. We are going to cook some a New York strip steak today for dinner. And see, the probe has been placed in the holder. That's what it says. So as soon as I placed it in the holder, it stopped taking. So, but we are going to set the target. And you can just see, you can scroll through here and pick whatever it is you're going to cook. And it has a lot of items. And for our case, I'm going to go up to the top here, beef. And we cook ours medium rare. I cook it just a couple of degrees more than medium rare though. So I'm going to customize mine. And I'm going to bring it up to about 133. Just a skosh more than medium rare. And that's what I'm going to do. So 133. So the other thing I would want is I like a little early warning because I'm going to microwave a couple of sweet potatoes. So I want a 10-minute early warning, or 10-degree early warning. When it's 10 degrees from that, it's going to give me an alarm. So that gives me a little warning. Hey, I need to start getting my plates ready, get everything else ready. So actually, I'll probably give me a 20 degree. That'll give me a little extra time. That'll give me probably 5-6 minutes time frame. So I'll get an alarm when it's 20 degrees off. Other than that, it's ready to start cooking. So we'll go right out here to the grill. So we're outside, so I'm hoping that you guys can see this. I'm going to push start cooking. Okay, so here is my probe. And that is what the internal temperature, it's saying the internal temperature of the meat is 104. That's actually the outside temperature today. So 102. So what we're going to do is, I believe my grill is ready. Put a little water on here and see what we got here. Oh yeah, she's ready. So I'm going to put a little oil on here. Okay, and you can see it. Good, good, good. So then I'm going to take my steak. I just want to make sure that you can see all of this. So I'm going to have to insert this into the thick part of the meat. Up to that line. Do you see that line? Basically, I'm just going to say insert it up to the hilt. Make sure you get it close to the middle of the steak. All right. And right now, I'm just going to sear it. A little paper towel. That says right now. So for now, it's saying the internal temperature of our steak is 78 degrees. That looks a little better. All right. So I think I probably seared it on that side. Oh yeah, nice. See that? Nice caramelization. And you can see nothing really changed there yet, and it shouldn't be. 68 degrees internal temperature. And you can see that the ambient temperature, 127, target is 136. So that ambient is that hilt, that black part of the thermometer is feeling. Very nice. Get this side a little bit. And if you're curious, this is a Monument grill. I do have a video for Monument grills too, and they're awesome. Love my Monument grill. It got dented because my trailer actually fell off of its jacks, and I had it under the trailer and it got dented. So Monument grill, if you want to send me a new lid, that would be awesome. Okay, so I've got it caramelized and seared off on all corners. I'm going to put it over on this side over here to cook. Just like that. Put a lid over it. Actually, no, I'm not going to put that lid on it yet. I'm just going to go here. In the meantime, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm going to put a little oil down. Got some asparagus here. We're going to cook bacon wrapped asparagus. I'll cook those off. And so now, you can see that ambient temperature is starting to rise, 149. Our steak temperature is 84 degrees, and our target is 133. To check in here real quick. So, a couple minutes later, it's been about 3 minutes, and you can see our ambient has went up to 195 degrees. That's pretty good in this wind, 197 degrees. It's not a charcoal grill, it's just a covered grill. Our internal temperature is 96 degrees, and our target is 133. I'm going to go ahead and flip those. Oh yeah, that's looking beautiful. Flip these little asparagus guys. Oh, those are looking delicious too. Look at those little beauties. All right, let's check back in. We're cruising right along. It's been about 3 minutes. All right, let's check back in. We are within 20 degrees. It told me that. An alarm went off. We are at 123 degrees. I'm going to probably pull it off at 125. Well, there you go, 125, 228 ambient, 133. So I am going to go ahead and pull those off. Yeah, I'm going to pull them off because, of course, if you know anything about steaks, they are going to rise in temperature as they rest. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. Let that rest. And it is already telling me that we're at 134. See how fast that, even after you pull that off, how fast that raises even after you pull it off the grill. So 136, and it is rising. All right, so I believe it went just a little bit over, so it's probably going to be more medium. So that is a good testament to pulling it off 10 degrees. Pulling it, I pulled it off about 5 degrees, so pull it off about 10 degrees, which is what they always tell you in every steak. And I didn't know exactly how this thermometer would work, but me and my wife are splitting this steak anyway, and she wanted a smaller portion. So we're going to cut this open right here and see how we did. Oh yeah, definitely a beautiful, beautiful medium steak. What do you think, guys? Would you eat that steak? Because I would. Go out and get your Inkbird today. Perfect medium steak.